Hello.
What up?
Howdy, howdy. I miss you guys. Miles, you're back for another round, huh?
Yep. I always do.
All right. Anna, like you're wherever you're at. All right, guys, let me get right into it. I may be pausing there for a second to admit people into the room. Today we're going to talk about our new project. It is the Fulton Film Festival, and an email went out on Sunday evening with a video attached and basically described what the project would be. And so that project is now located on the calendar. Excuse me, if you go to ahsvideo.com and click on the calendar, you're going to see that the project started on Monday. This Friday, the script is due. So let me kind of get right into how I need this to work. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call out and ask me a question so that I can answer them to the best of my ability. All right. Real quickly, I am going to share my screen with you. Hold on one sec. Hello, Nishika. All right, so let me get right to it. If we go to ahsvideo.com, can you guys see my screen? Just anybody say, raise your hand or say yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Anna.
Yes, sir.
Right.
I see your screen.
All right. So if you click on the Fulton Film Festival, let me explain to you what you're going to be looking at. And we had some problems earlier today because Google actually went down. So I have two forms on here. You have to be on FCS/GA online to access these forms. There are two categories, novice and advanced. Novice is all level 1 students. If you decide to partner up with a level 2 student, you are now in the advanced section. So it goes to the highest person that you're in a group with. There will only be 5 people to a group. By this Friday, you should have A, picked your group, and B, started writing a script. You've got 5 people working on a 2-minute script. This should not take that long to pull off. Now, on Friday, the director, one person in your group will be named the director, and they will fill in this form. And let me see if the form comes up. This is the script team form. I need the director's first and last name. You must pick a team name. You must pick a title for your film. You must pick one of these genres. List your team members' names and give me a link to your script. Is that fair enough? Please note that you can only access this through FCSGA online account. So that will happen by this Friday. By the next Friday, you will have filmed your movie and put it together. Now, I know what all of you guys are thinking. How are we going to pull this off? How do we do this? Use Google Drive. pick one person to be your editor. Everybody shoot one part of their film, and hold on one sec. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I have to let somebody into the Zoom session. All right. Hey, Charles, or Dr. Laux, I apologize about that.
Okay.
All right. So getting back to this form, by Friday, my level ones will do this. Dr. Laux has a different system set up for his class. So Dr. Laux, do you want to chime in about your class? Oh, I got to unmute you. Hold on, Dr. Laux, you are muted.
Okay.
There.
Everybody hear me now?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Every classroom, like it has been, and the form is not a Google form; it's a Google Doc. So it'll ask you some of the same questions, the checklist of different things. So yeah. So everything's in Google Classroom. So we're not using the ATO website; we're just using Google Classroom. So it's all in there. So you can go ahead.
All right. So getting back to the second form, which will be turned in on the next Friday, the director will actually use this, and the director's first name and last name will be here, his email address. He's got to check off that he's read the Fulton Film Festival rules, that he's used the following prompts in his film. Now, you must read the directions of this film festival because it's unlike anything we've ever done before. There are prompts, and you must use them in your film. And it must be used exactly the way they want it used. Otherwise, your film gets disqualified. So you have to have a character in your film named Andy Locke. You have to use a prop, which is keys, and you have to use a line in your film that says, "That seems impossible." So let me share this screen with you. And let me pull this screen over. And this is the form that the director will fill out. So in your group, there will be 5 people on your team, no more than 5. If you want to do this film by yourself, go right ahead. All your footage must be original. It must be shot during the 2 weeks of competition. Don't use video clips from another project. That will disqualify you. Don't use footage from anywhere else other than film that you shot. Now, I've put in here not to use any copyrighted music because that will muddy the waters. Dr. Laux is allowing that, and he may change that, but I don't want any copyrighted music just because.
That was in the.
What was that?
That was in the. It was in the.
Yeah,
the official rules.
It did say in the official rules, but I want us to get into the habit of not doing any copyrighted music, just because we're going to have more film festivals, and I don't want to muddy the waters like, oh, we did it on the last project. Why can't we do it on this project?
No, I
So
think that
that's my reasoning. You can only have up to 5 people on your team. You may pick somebody from a different class. For example, I have brothers and sisters. One's in 3rd period, one's in 5th period. Since they're both in the same house, they decided to team up. Please avoid subjects like suicide, bullying, death. Last year's films tended to be very dark. And right now, we're in such a kind of a down state. I don't want to, I would like to avoid those topics. No blatant sexuality. In fact, don't even talk about coronavirus. It's just not worth it. Just stay away from that topic. Pick topics like magic, love, suspense. Stay away from like boxing yourself in with COVID-19. So those are the 2 forms. This is a 2-week project. The first part of the project will be the script. It is a formative grade, which means you have to have a script before you can start filming. So if you start with your script today, now the assignment started on Monday, but if you start today, you can get the script done by tonight. You can start filming tomorrow. And this isn't about picking the best cameras. It's about having the best story. The best story will win. Now, there are certain ways of getting around in terms of editing. If you've got 5 people, pick one of those people to be your editor. You will exchange video footage using Google Drive. So some people will upload their videos to Google Drive, and the editor will download it from Google Drive. Does that make sense? All right. So I want everybody to have fun with this project. And if you have questions, please don't hesitate to go to the website, go to ahsvideo.com, click on Email Misner. It will direct you to write me a question. I'm pretty good about turning those answers around within about an hour. So I want to make sure that I get you the answers that you need. Now, I'm trying to see if there's anybody here from the morning show. It does not appear like there's anybody here from the morning show. So the goal of this project is teamwork, folks. It requires teamwork. If you don't know how to get in touch with somebody in your class, reach out to me and I will direct emails to everybody in the class and say, okay, let's do this. Now I'm seeing that questions like, is it okay if we can talk about video games in the video? You can talk about video games, but Dr. Laux is correct. What category would that fit in? So you need to pick a category, and the categories are as follows.
This is not a vlog, you guys. It's not a vlog where you're just going to randomly talk about stuff. You have to have a story.
Right. So your genre is comedy, drama, action, suspense, and animation. You could do a stop motion video. So don't think that you're blocked into just anything. If you're going to pick comedy, make sure that you are not making fun of anybody else. What you may think is funny could be offensive to somebody else. So be very careful. So I will look at all the videos, and there will only be the producer or the director of each group. So if you're not in a group, that means you're by yourself, which means you are now the director of your group. If you don't turn a script in, you can't turn in a film. So folks, I'm telling you, there are some of you that are really on the edge of passing and failing of this class. Do these projects. They're not difficult, I promise you. If you're going to give me a runaround story about just stuff, I'm going to have a difficult time grading you. So I want to make sure that, hold on one second. I want to make sure that you guys are well aware of the rules. The assignment is listed on the class calendar. The assignment started on Monday. The script is due this Friday by 11:59. As soon as you finish your script, start filming. So if you get your script done tonight, start filming in the morning. And this isn't about who's got the best camera. It's about who's got the best imagination, who has the best story. So think about this a lot, because I know what you're thinking. Well, we're cooped up in our house. Guess what, folks? Everybody in the competition is cooped up in the house.
Don't forget,
Everybody in the country is cooped up in their house.
you can use family members.
What was
You
that?
can use your family members.
Oh, yes.
Your family members, correct?
You can use family members in your videos. And the family members do not count as part of your team. Your team is people in the class.
And they must be in the class.
Yes, they must be in the class to be on the team. So I'm trying to think of Dr. Laux, you had a question about attendance, and I see that you've already answered that. Does anybody have any specific questions about this film?
So,
Dr. Laux, you're the best one who comes up with my questions. Miles, you had a question?
So do I have to pick a group from in the class or?
Yes. It doesn't necessarily have to be second period. You can pick some people from first period.
Okay.
So if you don't have the contact information, reach out to me and I'll get you the contact information for levels 1 and levels 2.
All right.
So that you can, write to them and connect with them.
Okay.
Any other questions? I went over it a little bit more in depth earlier, and that recording is already uploaded to YouTube. So in case you missed these, please go to AHS Video on YouTube and you can see the recorded session.
Remind them about doing the attendance.
Oh, yes. So attendance, Dr. Laux' class will go to his Google Classroom. My class will go to ahsvideo.com and click on the online attendance form. It's important that you guys fill out these forms because the administration wants to know who's participating. Believe it or not, I have several students that are not participating in teleschool. And unfortunately for them, for whatever reason, they're not going to be passing the class. And that's unfortunate because I try to make all of these lessons both engaging, fun, and easy for you guys to pull off. So the best part about this is you just have to be creative. And if you think I can't do it, you're correct. You can't. But if you think you can, you are correct. You can. And I encourage everybody to get creative. So one storyline that came up to me was one of the people that interacts with your household almost every single day is your mailman. So what if your mailman brought a package that was a surprise? So the whole movie is getting into this package, or maybe the package is something that has magical powers. Maybe it's got mystical powers. So there are a lot of creative things you can do. You could shrink yourself. You can film yourself in such a way to make you look smaller. And you could actually film yourself interacting with yourself. So this is the time to be creative. And that's what I need for you guys to be, is to be creative. And most of all, I want you to have fun at this. This is really, really important, is to have fun. What we're all going through is not fun. I would much rather be in class with you guys. If you don't think that's true, you're sorely mistaken. All of us teachers, we miss you guys terribly. And believe it or not, we know that you miss us as well. So, hopefully I've answered or at least piqued your interest. For those of you that are really close to the edge as far as your grade is concerned, be aware that if you don't turn in work, that will cause you to remain as failing. Doing the work is what will get you out of failing. You have up until this Friday to complete any old work. Please don't wait until Friday, because I have to look through every little bit and make sure it's 100% correct. If it's not 100% correct and you've waited till Friday, guess what? I can't give you credit for it, which means you did it for nothing and you'll still fail. I don't want that.
Mr. Misner, to clarify, we're talking about old work that was from before we started teleschool.
Correct. Any work that was prior to March 12th, you should see that on Infinite Campus, what you're missing. Go to the calendar, and you'll see the assignment right there in the calendar. So please, for the love of God, don't wait. I knew this day was going to come, and it came a lot quicker than expected. And several of you guys are hurting for grades, and there's nothing I can do. Everybody had the same amount of time, and it is what it is. So, and the other thing is, if you don't do the work, please, for the love of God, don't lie to me. Just tell me you didn't, so I'm not wasting my time trying to figure out what went wrong or if the technology went wrong. Several people have been caught in lies, and it doesn't help the situation. All it does is raise a red flag for everything that you turn in. So please don't don't do that. Just be honest and real with me. Same way with Dr. Laux. It takes us a lot longer to find out, but when we find out, technology never lies. It's just a bad situation. And I need those bad situations to go away. We'll get through this together. Dr. Laux and I are walking step in step, and we are here to help you all through this entire thing. So please don't hesitate to reach out to him or me.
I'm in my studio here in the basement every day from 8 to 3 minimum. Last night I was here until 7.
Yeah, and me too. I'm doing the same thing. So at any rate, if you have any questions, please ask it now or email me. Just go to email Misner on the website, and I will get an answer for you as quickly as I can possibly get. But you'll be picking no more than 5 people on a team. No more than 5 people on a team. And the reason I keep saying no more than 5 people on a team is because somebody's going to go, we have 6. 6 is more than 5. You may use family members that will not count as part of your team. You've got to have a director. And I've shown you where the forms are. And Dr. Laux has very similar forms in his Google Classroom. So if you're in Laux's class, please go to his Google Classroom. And if you're in Misner's class, just go to the class calendar. Any questions before I let you guys go?
No, sir.
Cool beans. Anybody else? All right, gang. That's it for now. I'll be back again next Wednesday to kind of make sure that you guys are well on your way, but your scripts are due by Friday at 11:59 p.m. And all work prior to March 12th is also due. Please, for the love of God, don't wait until that last minute, because if it's wrong or I can't open it, it is what it is. So at least give me some extra time. And I don't think that's too much to ask, because anybody that's turning in work from over a month ago or 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I shouldn't even accept it up to this point. So get your work done. And guys, I miss you terribly. And I will see you next time. Take care.